Namaste, my beautiful collective. I am doing a reading, just a quick tarot reading here for just the eclipse energy and all the stuff that's going on. So I'm going to use my Light Seers deck. It's going to kind of be a love reading, maybe. A lot of people that I've been dealing with now have been having relationship problems, especially Friday. Friday night, I had all I could do to get off the phone. I must have had, I'm going to say 6 to 7 clients that I was on with for over 45 minutes. And I just felt so bad for some of these people by the end of the night. That yesterday, I only had a couple of bookings, but it was even difficult to get on and work. I just needed like a day to clear my head and kind of calm the energies down, because being a psychic, I'm also empathic, so I pick up on other people's emotions. So I had to get my grounding mat out and, just kind of take it easy yesterday. And I literally felt when I woke up in the morning like I had the flu. I don't. I feel fine now, but it was a rough day, rough morning, rough afternoon yesterday. And I know a lot of these people are hurting. So I thought I'd do a quick reading, see what comes out. And I have some oracles, more for love and for just advice at the end. But it's not going to be a typical pick a card. So in saying that, I love you all. If you like this channel, please like, share, subscribe. I also just did a candle wax reading for love. That was, I think the name was Kim. It was a subscriber. I could be wrong. I apologize if I am about the name. But let's take a focus. Take a deep breath with me. Angel, spirit guides. What can you tell me about my beautiful collective? And what's going on right now between the retrogrades, Pluto and Aquarius, the blood moon eclipse on Friday? The energy has just been off the charts. We have a lot of solar storms, too, that is changing the Schumann resonance up there. So, we are really, if you think about it like this, if the moon is affected by the moon affects the tides, can you imagine what these other planets are doing to us? And that, to me, as much as I studied astrology, and people are like, I don't know if I love astrology. I've been studying it since the 80s. One thing I can say is now that we're more aware, I kind of feel like the astrology is, how people say we live in the matrix. That's kind of the matrix. On the day we were born, where the planets were, kind of gives us what we look like, how we are. Genetics have something to do with that too, and how we're raised, whatever family and lineage we're from. But in our life events. So astrology is kind of like the matrix, and it can be very good, or it can be nothing happening, or it can cause a lot of problems in our life. So, when I mention that, that's what I'm mentioning. It's not like, first and foremost, I believe in God. And I know a lot of people don't understand that. You can't, they can't separate that. You can read cards and you can believe in God. You can believe in Jesus. You can do both. Because it's been put in their heads by, these false prophets, these false people, these idols that they worship. Even on earth, they say, beware of false idols. Don't worship false idols. A lot of these people are leading churches, and everybody has something to say. Everybody has their own beliefs. Whatever works for them is their belief. Whether I believe it or not, that's not it. That's not my problem. So I respect other people's beliefs, But the astrology, to me, I'm not going to say it's evil, but I don't know why it was created. I guess it's just amazes me, like how detailed it can be about a person and how detailed it can be about bringing events into people's lives. And sometimes the effects, depending on what's going on, we might not feel them as strongly as we do other times. But right now, with the planetary lineup we do, I feel like everybody's feeling it. So in saying that, let's pull some cards. So we have, I think Mercury's in retrograde until the 7th of April. We have Venus in retrograde until April 12th. And then we had the blood moon eclipse, full blood moon eclipse on Friday, which was the 14th. All right, I'm going to cut the deck. We have the Page of Swords. So you might feel, whoever you are, like you're being watched or somebody has an eye on you right now, or getting like knowledge. So if you're not going to school or looking, see how she has a book and all these light bulbs, there might be some ideas going on in your head. So if that's not happening, I feel like somebody is watching you. Also, there's 2 birds here. These cards are a little bit different. So messages coming in. We have the 8 of Wands, quick moving communication, messages of love. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody that might be like cutting you off financially, or somebody that has a lot of money but is very tight with their money. Earth sign, typically Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But they're negative, so they might be, or they could, when they get money, they just blow it on stupid things. Like say I'm just going to use an example. Say you're married to this person and you're paying bills every month. They may hide from you that they spent $10,000 on this, and they're saying to you that they're short on cash, but you don't know why. Secrets. I get secrets. We have the 5 of Wands. This might have caused some fighting. Also some competition in some way. This could be somebody at work. It could be romantic, but take it how it resonates to you. So some competition, some fighting. I'm not doing a past, present, future thing. This is just the energy right now. We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So 3 of Pentacles upright is usually somebody that's like been commissioned to do something like artwork or something like that. Or something in school, some kind of a project. In reverse, either the project isn't very good, or maybe it's something that you've been waiting to hear from and it just hasn't happened yet. That's because of the retrograde. So say you're getting a federal grant or you're getting a business loan. That hasn't happened yet. There may be some delays. Maybe it's this man that's holding back the money. And then we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. So upright, it's usually nostalgia, happy memories from childhood, different things. You see how like this little boy with a puppy and then a man with a grown dog here. Nostalgia. Looking back on things, reflecting on happy memories. In reverse, you might be reflecting on the negative. And you got to get yourself out of that headspace. Because all it does is keeps you there. It keeps you in a holding pattern. And it blocks your blessings. And like I said, with the energy that, with my clients and all the crazy things that have been happening, And I really can't discuss their personal lives, but, people have been leaving other people that have been in long-term marriages and relationships and fighting and you name it. Especially this past week, it's been crazy, crazy energy. A lot of it has to do with these people don't know how to handle the energy. These people that are breaking up, breaking off, also discovering things that they may not have known about before, which causes big problems. Like I was saying about somebody blowing money on things that they had no idea of. Stuff like that. That causes big problems. I'm going to keep going here. So the Knight of Cups, somebody might be coming in, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy with maybe an apology or some flowers or, want to take you out to dinner. Or it's where I live, the snow is almost melted, but you can't really have a picnic. But maybe you're in an area where you can do that. With this white horse here. But it's just very romantic, but still a little immature. But trying to maybe make amends with you somehow. That's what I get. Let's keep going. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. So I feel like either your person or you or somebody is not seeing the light yet. They're not seeing it. They would if they were upright. But it's like they're just being stubborn and not seeing the light, and then really not hanging upside down. They're really not taking that deep dive. They're not seeing what's going on. They're just seeing the surface of things. And that happens a lot with Mercury retrograde. And then we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So you might have been in this really kind of, I don't want to be with anybody, or I'm going to just be alone type of energy. You see all these cups behind her, but there's this full cup in front of her. But in reverse, it's like you're going to just start to go back out. But you have to be careful. You're going to start coming back out of your shell again. Start going out, start enjoying life. But again, you have to be very careful right now. Then we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So somebody had some kind of plan to take something from you. Either steal something, get away with something that they thought they were going to get away with. And when it's upright, you actually have to be careful, but they're not going to get away with it in reverse. Whatever it is that they may have taken from you, whether it's time, money, energy, possessions, love, feelings, they're not going to get away with taking that from you. It's just not going to happen. Then we have the Three of Swords in reverse, which upright, it's a third party a lot of times, and heartbreak. But typically heartbreak with a third party of some kind. But see, in reverse, those swords are coming out. So whoever this third party person, thing, situation, third party does not have to be a person. It can be. Most of the time it is. But a third party could also be, some kind of hobby, or could be hanging out with friends that you don't like, that, your person is hanging out with. It could be that they spend too much time fishing. Yeah, I'm just using examples. I love fishing. But, it could be something like that. Or they spend too much time with their friends. Or they spend too much time at work. Or, it can be that. But most of the time it's a third party. It's another person involved in the situation. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's another lover. It could be family members, friends that are getting involved, that are interjecting in your relationship. It should not be involved. But I feel like whatever this is almost over. It's almost over. And the Swords are loosening up now that they turn the heart upside down. They can't do anything else. And we have the Queen of Swords here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy doesn't have to be. This queen is very, very honest. She might seem blunt at times. She takes no BS at all. None. She will cut you off with that big sword of hers. And she's very, very matter of fact with things. This could be you, and you're not going to put up with any more BS. And if it's not you, there's somebody involved that's protecting you. That don't mince words. Let's put it that way. And sometimes bluntness is the only way. And I don't like to be blunt. Sometimes I am. But a lot of times bluntness is the only way to make somebody see that they're not acting right or behaving correctly. Sometimes you have to just kind of put people in their place, unfortunately. And that's the type of person I get. And then we have the High Priestess. So this could be also the same person here. But this is somebody that's very intuitive, very psychic, that may be helping you. Maybe this is you. They understand energy. They can sense things. You know, they have precognitive abilities. They're psychic. They're clairvoyant. They could be any of the clairs. They could be a medium. But this also could be the same person. But you have protection from somebody, and you're going to get some good advice from somebody also. Or this could be you. And we have the Ten of Swords. That's grief and loss. So I feel like whatever this is, this was connected to grief and loss. And you might feel very empty. Might feel very empty right now. But things are going to change. So let's see. We have the Page of Wands. Usually Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. A young person. A lot of fun, but immature. Sometimes, because they're just young. Could be just a young energies, could be a child. But just wanting to have fun. This might be somebody with the arrow up in the air like that, wanting to shoot their shot. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Somebody that has a lot of options. So that could be this person too. This, I know you can't see it. We'll move this down a little bit. Here we go. This Page of Wands here. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Trying to decide what option is good for them. This could be you with many options as well. And then we have the Magician. So you're going to have the power, if you don't have it now, you will in the future, to change your life in a huge way. A wonderful way. And, you know, you're a very powerful person, whether you believe it or not. This is like manifesting, alchemy, that kind of energy. And then we have Death and Rebirth, which is the Death card. So a transformation with this energy too. You know, did this card always mean some kind of a transformation? The ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new cycle also. Regeneration, very Plutonian energy. And we have Pluto in Aquarius right now. And maybe that's when you'll see the light is a little bit further down. Maybe 13, 4, 1 and 3 is 4. That's April energy. Or 13 could have something to do with this. Also, you look at the red veil around there, but inside there's the sunlight, or whatever it is, over the trees. That's seeing the light. That's transformation. All right, we'll do a couple more cards here. We have the Three of Wands. So, like looking out to the future, kind of waiting for your ships to come in, or waiting for the surf to come in this case. I also get riding the wave. So good things happening. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This is like the ultimate happy family, but more financially. You know, having the car, the house, the cottage, whatever, the good jobs, the good health, the happy family, but more like in monetary things. Very well also could be love, but it won't just be love. It's a very solid foundation. So that's coming in for you. And the final tarot card I have is the Hermit. So, see, you do see the light at the end. You didn't see it with the Hanged Man, but you're actually holding the light in your hands at the end here. Kind of balancing, floating in the air. So that's, you had to maybe go through something to get to here, where you're going to be. You had to go through this heartache, this pain, this dealing with these toxic people, whatever, just to get to this spot here. We're going to pull some oracle cards, and we'll finish up this reading. I hope that helped somebody that may have needed it today. I know the energy has been rough. So let's do the Rebel deck first, see what it says, see what we get. We're just going to shuffle and pull a couple of them. Now these have naughty words, so just know that the words sometimes, I haven't used these in a while. Let's cut them. What does this one say? I think I have them upside down. This one says, effing apologize. Seriously, just do it. This one says, you equals tight ass. Loosen the F up, control freaks don't get laid. And then finally we have dollar signs and then make it rain, which I do see that happening with your with your reading. That money, especially with that Ten of Pentacles at the end. And then we have the Hidden Truth Oracle. So, and I don't know how these cards got, I actually have some of the Rebel deck cards mixing in here. So let's see what this one says. This one's more about relationships, or if you're, you know, dating somebody, seeing somebody, wondering about another person, your person's energy, or the person that you're person of interest, BOI, their energy. Shuffle it one more time. These are kind of slippery. I haven't used these either in a while. Let's see what they say. All right. Let's cut them. I left you before you could leave me. I'll pull two more. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. And I don't react when people mention you. So somebody's in their feels about you, but it sounds like they might be in their ego. Let's pull one more. You were the best thing in my life. Yep. They don't want to admit that. But, you know, energy changes, time changes things. So know that that's how they feel. And know things are going to get better for you. You know, in the next few weeks. We still got a few more weeks to go with these retrogrades. But things will smooth out. especially mid-April and, over the next few months after that. So I want to send love and blessings to you all. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did so, please like, share, subscribe. Sending love to all of you. Namaste. Thank you for watching.